Check, check, check. What's going on, folks? It's your man JQ right here on Deftal Radio. It is Wild Not Wednesday. We got DJ Mist in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
And we got your son,
Danny G.
Danny G.
Jesus, often. That's what they call me actually.
Little big boy.
Come get it.
Danny B. Jesus in the house.
Come get it. So, yeah, we got a great show for you guys today. We got, as I said earlier, DJ Mist. We got Danny G in the building. We got some new music. And we're going to be debuting on the station here. So we're going to interview you for, you guys know what I'm trying to say.
Poop.
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 Shoot the poop.
Proverbial.
That just sounds so...
It sounds worse somehow.
I know.
It sounds worse.
Caca.
Shoot the poop.
Shoot the caca.
Just don't
Shoot the duty. Shoot that duty. And I'm sorry, and behind me sort of. Can't see him. Again, shout out to our folks here on YouTube Live. You can't see Andrew. He's chilling there. But if I do the zoom in with the beautiful camera, you can kind of see him there. He's there. He's there.
The Brothers Jensel.
The Brothers Jensel.
There we go.
Gentleman Dapper, I think is our name.
Gensel, yeah, that's what we came up with.
How do I get that streaming live?
Is that ever?
Tell your homies, post it on Facebook, Instagram.
Doing it right now.
What do the kids do nowadays? Is it the Snap Twitter? What is it?
Twitch, YouTube.
Twitch, that's right, huh?
Twitch is one of them.
We got the
Snapchat, right?
The Facegram.
Snapchat Live, Instagram Live.
I gotta ask about Twitch because I know, like, when I Grindr live stream, wow. Like, I know, like, with Twitch, I know that, like, it started out with, like, video game stuff, right? It was basically a video game
Streaming, like this is
some
me
people-
playing games
Yeah,
for 10
exactly.
hours at a time.
So then people have been using it for other stuff, right?
Yes, they have been. For all kinds of things.
Yeah.
For things unmentionables. You know, they have their camera always recording with Twitch, and they'll just walk around and they'll have the camera like on their chest, and they'll just record themselves all day, and it'll play like a sound like, this person sent you $10, go talk to that person on the bus, and then it'll play a super loud sound clip, and then this person's like, okay, hey, this person paid me $15 to go talk to you on the bus, and it's just like super awkward, and they're just like goofballs, but people want to document them.
Like no real true content. It's just like
just them.
This is me. I woke up and I'm gonna brush my teeth, guys. Somebody pay me $10 right now.
$10 and I'll swallow my toothpaste.
Now I wonder if these people that are on Twitch, I wonder if they're making money.
This guy the other day, he was just playing some mobile game on his phone.
Yeah.
And he has like a test account, you know, so
Okay.
so he gets to unlimited access to all like maximum stats in the game.
Yeah.
And people are like sending him $15, like play with this team. And that's like 50 people like every hour sending him like $10. And he just does this like twice a week. You know, that's like thousands of dollars.
What?
Dream job.
Wow.
Like, what? That's crazy.
What?
I'm doing the wrong thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm just trying to get gas money in the car, bro.
So,
Jeez, like, dude, seriously, like, because like the whole YouTube thing's been interesting to me lately. Because like I wanted, like, you know, obviously we're trying to monetize the Deftal TV station. You know, there's like making millions of dollars just because they throw up a vlog like once a day.
that word is crazy. Influencers.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
They're basically commercials.
Exactly.
You know, products and what I bought, what I wear, where I go, and they get paid.
Unboxing videos.
Oh,
Those things.
that is wild to me.
Hey guys, I just got this thing in Amazon in the mail. You guys want?
And now those companies send them product just so they can show
Yeah,
their
exactly.
body for free.
Yeah.
Free advertising.
Man, can we do like Apple unboxing videos or something so we get some like
Seriously.
some Apple gear?
Step 1, spend $1,000 on an iPhone.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, they just announced today that.
This is
And,
real.
yeah, no, for reals. So XS is like, I guess their biggest screen ever. It's OLED as opposed to LCD that they've had on the previous screens. And then XR is the lower end model, which comes in at a whopping $749.
Wow.
Is it smaller? Or?
It's probably like the size of this.
Probably what we
You
have.
want your phone to be an iPad? Well, now it can be.
Now it can be. So yeah, that's another thing that's coming out in, that they announced today. But yeah, I mean like the whole unboxing video thing, dude. That's. And then you got these people that like for the. Then you got these kids that are like, oh, I'm gonna play with this toy right now. Watch me play with this toy. Like,
Seriously, and kids watch it.
And kids watch it.
You can afford toys, but you can afford these.
They watch other
Yeah.
people play
I know,
with
right?
toys.
Watch this kid play with these toys.
Literally.
They're not talking
I
to
know.
this kid or anything. They're sitting there with their doll, their car, or whatever, and they're playing
That's
right
nuts.
along. Yeah, because their imagination's crazy.
Nuts.
And those parents are getting paid for their kid playing. Yeah, nuts.
Yeah, the parents get paid. Yeah, so they're like, oh yeah, I just I paid for 6 months of mortgage right now.
It makes me rethink having kids now.
I know, right? Like, I could put these kids to work. Sweatshop. Oh, sorry.
The home sweatshop.
Dude, the YouTube sweatshop. That's what it is. That's
Love
crazy.
it.
But now Twitch is like play Halo for 12 hours. I could go eat, come back, and he's still playing, and he's making money off it.
We were just talking about that last night, that people just sit there and watch other people play or coach them. Go
Oh,
here,
yeah.
go there, go here, go there.
Yeah.
For hours.
I'd say it started as a way to like, a big game came out, a triple. I'm gonna watch this guy play it for a few hours, and then that turns into you just watch this guy play through the whole game, and you get the same release of like watching him like go through it, and it's like you have a friend with you on the couch because you got headphones, you're staring at this big blue screen, you're watching this person play. I don't need to spend any money. I can just watch this guy play this game. Give him $15 for doing what I was gonna do myself.
It's like, dude, I just saw,
Super Bob.
It's just crazy, man. It's like we're man, even just like within the last few years, we're in different times now.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah. So, anyways, getting back to what we're here for, we got some neat music. Danny G got that music.
Yeah. So we have a couple songs from my crew. We look at Double Dragon, obviously, movies, video games. Books.
Look it up on Twitch.
Yeah, right. We should be live streaming that.
So you go look at you go on Twitch looking for you guys, and you end up like, oh dude, I watched this guy play Double Dragon for 12 hours.
I don't know what happened, man.
Oh, I forgot what I was looking for.
Our genre of hip hop is we've been called nerdcore. I wouldn't really call ourselves that, but it's a thing people have said because we rap about like our name. We rap about video games, anime, comic books, regular books, just weird stuff. So,
Oh, that's cool. That's
yeah.
no. No, that's super cool. Cause like our station, we have and I know you guys came in a little later, but before this show, we have a show called Geeked Out, and we talk about comic books and comic book movies and all that stuff. So so we're all about it. We're all about it. But I've seen some cool stuff. Like I know that there was I've seen this a lot. I've seen guys use Game Boys as like MIDI controllers.
Oh yeah.
And just go at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, that's so dope.
It's crazy, because it has like all the different bits of sound.
Yeah.
So they could just either map it to MIDI, or I've seen people just like push the soundboard on the Game Boy to make its own sound.
I know.
That's half the battle right there. Yeah, absolutely. I think the first track we're gonna play is
The White Wolves.
Why Wolves, and
Why
that's
Wolves?
The title track to our second album, Why Wolves.
You got a second album?
We're working on the third one. Actually, Macroforms will be out by the end of the year.
All right, no. Even before we get to this music, let's talk a little. Show, bro. Is it cool? And he told me what it was about, and I was like, yo, that's dope. I like it. Let's do it. So,
They're legit, man. They're
Right.
touring and.
dude, yeah, tell me about it, because some of us have history in the music industry, and I love hearing about this stuff. So
Yeah. So Double Dragon, we've been together for. Sorry, I'm promoting the stream right now. And
it's all good.
And I was just a photographer. I was just documenting the whole thing, and I like the way he raps. And I had kind of showed him some of my beats previously, and I was just like, we should just make a crew.
Yeah.
And he was like, we'll call it Double Dragon. And I was like, yeah, I'll make the beats and you rap. And he'd be like, Double Dragon, side scroll, and beat 'em up. We're making an album, and someone's like, we want to go on tour, and we want you to book it, and we want you to play with us. So we just dropped the album right before went on our first tour. Went to Canada and back from California. I'm from California, and
Whereabouts?
San Francisco.
No, you're from Union City.
I live in San Francisco.
You live in San Francisco. It's important.
Union City. I've been all over the place. Crazy. So we ended up just going on several tours, and before we went on our, I want to say our getting back from our first tour, we got the opportunity to get signed with Deftal Records out of Buffalo, New York, and they were just, you release the music, you book your own tours, everything. We're doing it all, and so we got signed with them, and then our next tour after that, they were helping us, sustain ourselves, get fed, get better shows, find better venues. That goes on. Fast forward a few years, I'm about to go on I believe it's my 12th. I'm actually going on tour. I'll be here in Vegas. Let's see, the day I believe is, I want to say the 8th.
The 8th, right?
8th?
I think it's 8th.
Yeah, I'll be at the Shattered Bar here in Las Vegas on the 8th. So we're going everywhere.
October?
8th of October, yeah.
Monday. So you'll be here that weekend, right? So real quick.
Segue.
I know, real quick.
Perfect.
Great American Foodie Fest is held twice a year over here, and there's like 30 to 40 food trucks, something like that.
Oh, yes.
But then, us as Deftal, we do all the entertainment. So I got your pops here spinning. What day is that? Sunday?
Sunday to just everything old school.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
So lots of food, lots of entertainment. It's gonna be fun.
It'll be happening on the weekend?
The weekend right before.
Yeah.
So anyways, get back to your story.
What can you tell them about, because you haven't mentioned Skeptic, Chad?
Yeah. Skeptic, my co-dragon, he very important. He's the other half. He books the tours, he does the raps, because we both do all the things. I make the beats and I do the recordings, and both of us together, we really just, it was like we were just meant to find each other, like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, there you go.
See Luigi, one of our songs is Luigi themed.
Nice.
That'll be on there. That's why I brought him. And so Skeptic and I, our adventures have taken us everything. We even got flown out. We played with several underground artists. I'm going to go on my second tour with DJ Abilities. If you follow Idea and Abilities, ENA, RIP Idea. We've been around for a little while now. Obviously, we have lots of content. You look us up, Devil Dragon, Instagram, Two Dragons, TOO Dragon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, what's the reception been like?
Really interesting, actually. When we first started, I had only ever been in bands. I'd never done hip hop before. I'd been around it a lot because of the big guy. And we started playing shows, and my boss at the studio I work at, Audio Lodge, he built. So I play the machine. It's a sampler.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And he actually built a harness for me, so I can stand up when I walk around when I play. So I play the beats like live, all Skeptic raps, and so I have this like nice wooden harness. Looks really cool. And then when I didn't embrace that. We were 14, and we played our first show, and 4 shows after that, I'm like, I'm just gonna try standing, and it clicked. And I was like, I can't. I'm like a glorified DJ essentially, because I play the music, and I just felt like I should be tucked back, and then I realized I need to be right up there. So that ended up pushing us into me singing more and rapping more and making it more of like both of us together instead of like guy in back and guy in front. Though he is definitely the
Yeah, so when they perform, he's right there, he's got the machine strapped, and he's just live beats, samples, loops going on, but at the same time like rapping this, and then during the show he gets like a solo spot where he plays like an original thing that he made. So during that Halloween, he redid one of the songs for Nightmare Before Christmas, like a trap remix before anybody was like really doing it, and he's doing it right there live.
Dope.
And it's sick because it brings up the energy, even though it's giving the other guy a break, you know what I mean, because his buddy that's rapping is flowing nonstop.
Yeah.
He's killing it. It gives him a quick break, and he just goes off, keeps the energy, and the crowd's into it, and it goes back. But it's cool because he's not back there. He's right there. So wait, now they're both rapping. Oh wait, he just put this thing down. Now he's playing the guitar while they're rapping. Yeah. So it's cool. It's a whole full-on thing happening. Yeah, it's like stimulating everything in your mind. It's cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, the reception has been good. Back to your actual question, it sort of feels like sometimes when I leave home, I feel like way cooler when I'm not at home. Everyone's like, oh, you're like from the video games. we made a lot of friends.
Form as one clan, right, guys?
Maybe not that word.
Oh yeah. Let's say the crew. Crew.
Yeah, sure. We built our posse. We made lots of friends on the road, and established several connections, and it feels good. And then those people come back to our hometown, and we help them. We get them on a show. We get them paid. Make sure they have a place to stay. Feed them.
Yeah.
There's actually someone there watching it. People respond and they share it to you, like, hey, this is great. You guys are awesome. So I feel loved when I put these things out. So I'd say the reception is good.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So let's do this. Let's just play the first song.
All right.
And then come back and talk some more.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's not working right.
There we go.
The moon does what the moon does. The wolves howl and consume blood. The sunlight in my sleep. The streets are like wolves and entirely bleed. They hunt for no purpose, even tired of beats. But instincts desires that peak trying to speak. Senses senseless. Ironically, it's the part that's the man that prevents this. Plagued by a lack of intention. Logically, then they are just common sense. It's not the darkness, but what lies beneath. Eyes and teeth that deny your sleep. Why wolves? I don't know because the taste of blood intoxicates me. The wolves do what the wolves do. Contented cast the blame at the full moon. They speak in human tongue, don't let them fool you. One bite is all they need to live on. It doesn't go that way. They never pray for the prey. Time is the day and what they say. Never mistake its worth. It's not ink on a page, more like marks in the dirt. There's an old wound. Yourself content, it could be worse. They also could have raised the rent, not to be cursed. I can't even hear you vent from.
Yo, that was dope. That was dope. You know what I liked about that? The flow on that was like the vocabulary is like just nice and
Right.
Golden era. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dope, dude. I like that. No. Okay, let's try that again. That was dope, and
Thank you.
what I liked about that was that it was the delivery is like really old school, 90s hip hop. The delivery had like you pull up the dictionaries,
That's also for sure.
and then on top of that you got the guitar going, and then that's
Yeah, I threw a guitar solo
Yeah.
into a hip hop track just out of nowhere.
dude. Like,
That was my verse.
I like that. So.
That's my point.
Yo, choked up. Wednesday, me, JQ, it's DJ Wrist and Danny G with Double Dragon. So where's your partner?
What day of the week it is? Yeah, it's Wednesday. He might be on his way home from work. I was texting him. I don't know what he's actually doing right now. He's either at home playing video games and
I see.
or he's working or playing video games or something. But he's with me in spirit always.
Always.
Your spirit animal.
My internal flame, my red flame. But yeah, he's probably watching if he's at home. I know that.
That's the older phone out there.
Perfect. He sent me screenshots of me making weird faces, so I know they're paying attention.
Hey, Ray, can you do me a favor? Can you turn on the air conditioning in here? It's warm in here, dude. Like,
It's all that heat. All that heat you're generating.
it was at 80, huh?
Dragon's flame.
Yeah, let's get the let's make it awkward, guys. Like Beatles mania.
I'm gonna tie my shirt in a knot right here.
Oh man, so yeah, let's get back to let's go back to the group. Dude, that's dope. So, what's it like? I mean, what's it been like for you?
So it's still an indie label. It's not a major label. They mostly do like our publishing and our promotion and booking, but they have helped us with several opportunities. And like I said, you know, going from make sure that we either get a door deal or they pay us every show, or give us food, and coming home like, hey, we just made money on this tour, you know, and being able to invest that right back into our band music acts for years, and we had done stuff, but now with this support and insurance that we will get, great people, good shows, and bigger labels, and see what's out there, and you be on both of them and make a big change by the end of the year here with Macro Forms for sure.
Cool, that's dope, man. So considering that the sound is different and your approach is different, you guys, pull your stuff from.
So we listen to all kinds of music, my inspiration and his inspiration comes from just Lost. Like he was already lost, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, just talk about the beats. But I think I remember correctly, he was listening to like Feist, so girl singers, and then we both like our weird indie rock and our singer.
Math rock.
I know, it's weird stuff. We're just.
This is the first time I'm hearing about math rock.
Yeah.
Well, you lived with my little brother. Everything is numbers to him.
I've never heard of math rock.
11 and 12.
Yeah.
If you could tell me the time signature on that song.
No, based on it, no. Yeah,
it's like 3 different time signatures.
Right.
So I work at a recording studio, so I'm always around new music that I've never heard before, modern stuff, and people who still make music that sounds like nice. And then I just discover a new artist, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. I didn't even know this existed in the world. So our inspiration comes from everywhere. I'd say in terms of our peers, one word tour. He's going on tour with us. Chesky out of Fake 4. He is just look at Chesky, Broken Bone Ballads, Fake 4 Incorporated. That he's like one of the most talented people I've probably ever told. Fake 4, and he is a guitar player, like one of the most talented people.
Who's the guy you went on tour with before? He actually gave me one of his records.
Polly Rhyme.
Polly Rhyme, yeah.
Polly Rhyme lives in Japan now.
Wow.
Out there doing hip hop in Japan these days.
Sammy Warmhands.
Sammy Warmhands for sure. Several times with Sammy Warmhands. Farina, DJ Halo, PC's Corner Bodega, which is no longer a thing. Globetrotters Collective, which is like inspiration comes from video games a lot too. Luigi's Bell on his head. Just the struggles of like being in the shadow of someone who you'll never be able to be like them, or people don't give you enough credit for being the guy in the background. Or there's a struggle between like a big brother and a younger brother.
Yeah.
Mario gets the girl, he gets to live in the castle.
Luigi's still a plumber.
Still a plumber, and now he does house cleaning apparently with his vacuum, and Mario is over here with heat on for sure.
All right, so cool. Let's get into it, and then we'll get into some music with DJ.
All right.
Well, I won't take that over into Dickie De Niro.
Only makes my feet hurt. My brother is a hero and a plumber, not a teacher. He's a family shop, had no one to help. That's the reason that it flops. Your brother is your brother, that another mushroom in his cap. Well, other things like, why is he the only one getting kissed on the cheek? I did my part, helped him murder helpless turtles, but there's only enough respect for the one who jumps the screen. I'm not just in the shadow at this point. I'm
Oh, yeah, anytime, man. Why?
So I'ma let the world know the truth. You don't want me to shine, you study my rhyme. You dropping clues, I study your background. Trust me, I know to see you smoke. Freaks mad at me, cause I get that well. When 99% of your fans wear high heels. Ice deep, get it off. You better be prepared to finish what you start.
You just hold it right there. We got other legal roll call the fire, the blue rush. If I see one more of those, you're out of here, fella. You understand? We the squad. The metaphor sent from my brain to my jaw. It comes from other place, not the place of place. Let's leave black and men in track. When President Lyndon had the formula way back in 63 with Kennedy. Yes, the double cross. Remember that's when they know it's hell. Vietnam vets come back looking like one-arm pants and hip-hop stops. Pure text. No picket fence, no job for success. No crack and fails much less. White tickets sell on the corners of Bushwick. White tickets sell on the corners of Flatbush. White you're too black, you can't handle, you're too strong, get high. 5 o'clock, let's boost your steel. In 95, we take back Edmondsville.
Let's take a sec to think back. Brooklyn, traveling distance to party. Brooklyn, abstinent functions, not hardly Brooklyn. The name alone, they did not bust. Hookers' jaws got crushed. Class clapping regular. In front of Latin quarters, keep holding the daughters. Cause if bullets fly, watch the flame. Ignorant ducks are shooting wild. They're not aiming on Easter. Gotta think about it, what a pity. 5 people died in Oregon Square. You couldn't shop too much, cause 4 freedom when you're at the going up. You had do or die. East New York, mad hell. Fellas cutting school, tripping it all, go Maxwell. So many memories I can't manifest.
Represent.
Because he did it, and mama loved the minute.
It's my last time to shine. I want the probe in the queen, so I put it down for mine. Ill cat, slip talk, slay New York. To break it down, straight English, what the f you want? Remember me? Punk fat the crab and seed. Get your shit up, one more strike. Word is bit out. My Esco, blue ball, fat fit out. Static, I strap to it. Next up,
This heater's killing me, dude.
yo, get on the mic and write the same thing. Time to rock, the sound I got, the ring hot, make your neck snapping with guns blazing. Not for the fun of it, just for those who want me to run it. And leave them like, who done it, sucker duck? I do what I feel right now, when I spit the illest. Catch me like, wow, yo, I get looks when I'm in the place. That's that with the 5th block. If I get caught, you can bet I'll blow trial. Be downtown swinging, MOP style. Next up, yo, I believe that's me. Yo, on the mic, put in work in this cold game. Soldier, I knew work is a cold name. Soldier, line them up like it's rhythm to make them do a semi back. I'm done in the casket. We embrace hell and make hell and cut traffic. Tell them what you say. That's me. Get on the mic for the set. Put it in the whip. Check it. What?
them chicks and send them home. Corleone's been on and had the wild out in the club. Knock some coward and his pal out. Then afterwards went to the restroom. Whisper style out. Now I'm thinking, what chick number I could is beginning to be harsh looks. But I'm trying to sell records like Garth Brooks. If it ain't twist out, boo, I guess it's Perry on. If the 99's too tight, I throw some jelly on. Don't try to tax her after 9 mil verse. I wanna battle, get a deal first. I swear the bulletproof go to sleep with my steel. Make the niggas run the full time, so you feel real. And the rap
You started talking and you're talking about it.
Why you asking people who you want? Without pace, no way how. Hold up, my money's longer than hard.
They wanna know if you still got it. One-time wonders, couldn't say a fly bomb if there was one right under their noses. I hate those loving poses, but I'm so real to them, and all the suckers get pushed back when I'm kicking real facts. And you'd be happy as hell to get a record deal. Maybe a soul you'd sell to have massive deals. Oh yes, I'm greater than all MCs. When I breathe, give me room please, and make them say that I'm God. Keep pretending they're hardcore, never know the meaning of it. But I get props like a second. No double checking, vocals kill like weapons. But if I have to, you care. Cause without some of them, I wouldn't be here. And they all know how I feel. The suckers feel like playing themselves to that.
I'm trying to get the beat out, see what the world's about. Check it, 1986 is when I reach my peak. Take my position, no turning back. We got dirty face grams on it still right now. Getting ready with my brother, time to break this shit down. I'm not about killing my people, but you know how it go. Work with me, not against me, and we'll make mad dough. With my co-defender out when I break down, look back. Let me break it in peace.
Yo, I'm coming off with mad rage. 18 and hitting the real stage. But don't worry about me, cause I'm making it. And if I can't have your life, rappers decapitate and disintegrate. You are a little late. When I penetrate, then anybody is late. More money is made and that's the family trade. See, I make moves and tell what's the truth. That's why I'm here, to be living proof. Leave it up to me while I be living proof. Keep it up, and I kept it moving. Vampires dealing, writing what I'm doing. I'm speaking to these beats like I conquered the beast. The drill shot, bad beat. Anyway, I should be later. I'ma go take the lead, cause I'm in the club, sipping on Patron. Don't mind me, man, I'm sipping on Patron. My family don't mind me, man, I'm sipping on Patron. My family wanna just be sipping on Patron. Who's that? Emanating from through the speaker. Bass gets the pump, Rukas get the one knuckle last shot through ya. Step to the crowd, I feel the stride. Don't you know in the mosh pit? Feel for but jam, hot damn. It's the baddest, tres delinquentes. Step into the madness. From the depths of the realm, my son, I got the black cat, fat track, cold like an Aztec, swift like a Zulu. Road, but I'm delinquente. This is how I freaking want to speak into the head Watcha, trucha, cámate, escucha, somos display. Faded in, snap from me, yo sorte, producen más mejores, OG style again. Freaking orbit, bass out the car, with the penny of a vessel. See y'all on style, used to create with
crazy, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the feet. This is wild.
I can do a full white sleeve. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
All my phones, probably.
Smutty ranks in a place. Smutty ranking. But in the immortal words of Shadow Ranks. World girls. Got some sweet. Got are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah, do you like it like this? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Do you like it? Yo, as I cruise through this ATL town, my eyes round, chilling, freshly dipped when I get down. Garobi, salt and pepper, not saying that sex makes everything better. But if all else fails, I'm a Deftal. Now watch out now, damn, look at you drunk. We can take it to the rest right now and get it drunk. So they say my way, I'm for treat, but I don't eat. But if you act right and you ain't about games, then my schooling can be longer than it is last name. Now tell me something good before I hang up your phone. Three pumps and I'm not the bad lane, bad lane, bad lane, bad lane, bad lane. Three pumps and I'm not the this bad. Live with them, you just can't live with them. So don't waste my time, just bend over. Now if you frontin' on the tail, then you get the cold shoulder. Diggy ordered you to bend over. Girl, you're not getting younger, you are just getting older. So hurry up your ass and bend over. Are you
Talk to this one.
I was a terror since the public school. Since 13, a chubby brother on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack lounging. I know it's where the party at. And can I bring my cat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause Brooklyn is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start. I'm from the honeys, I'm from the rough neck. See my man say that I loot from the project. Said he had beef, asked me if I had my piece. Sure do, 222s in my shoes. I'll if you need me, love, I'm in the hopper, I'm a bad boy. If they wanna front, who got your back? If they wanna flex, who got the jack? It ain't hard to tell, I'm the East Coast overdose. No boy, you can't miss a poster. Homie, I toast ya. Put it in your heart, take that walk. That's that. In the tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Sit rotation, my man Big Chuck got the lock in his waist, never smoking, drinking. Got the horn, she grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm in skins again, roll up another for the Heineken. Chunks got the low down and kid got choked out, clothes was thrown, and you know a fight broke out. Can we just all get along so I can go? That's that.
That's right, y'all. We are back. Well, that was the Deftal Radio. Jake Houston Hero, DJ Mist on the 1 and 2, JG, Dr. Jackie. Go ahead and cut it all the way. Is that what you're talking about, Jeff?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, so man, we got the what was the name of that track? The second track that we played?
Carry the L.
Carry the L, man. So I was listening to it, right, and I felt like I'm watching Mario just
Falling in the lava.
yeah.
Trying to jump as high as he can.
What a jerk.
Taking the whole spotlight from baby brother.
I don't at all.
Never.
Shout out to my other boy Andrew.
Who?
I know. He's walking around. Oh, that's right. He walked. Gotcha. Oh.
They're both gonna come out with a man bun.
Like, what happened here? You want to go do karate in the garage? We're gonna get you guys Chewbacca masks, movie quality.
Movie cool.
I'm gonna throw this out here because you know Jeff is from Seattle, and the Seattle Storm are in the finals right now, and they're up what, 2 games?
Yeah.
2 games. They,
I watched the first one.
how much did they win by on the first one?
What about?
WNBA basketball.
Oh, okay.
Seattle Storm.
Storm, okay.
Sorry, Jeff.
You guys watch the WNBA here?
No, not yet.
Oh, dude. You ever been to like a Warriors game or something like that?
No.
Okay,
Guilty
so,
of not yet.
well, I mean, even when you watch it on TV, right, like they'll play music like during timeouts and stuff like that, and then like they fade it out, right, because you just want to hear that the teams play ball, right?
Yeah.
WNBA is different because there's music continuously, like it never.
Move all in, let it roll. There's like 10 seconds downtime. Oh, those girls, there's no time. Downtime. Like they're back and forth. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Just get off and
There's like a big immersion of sound there when you're there.
Right.
And I think there aren't as many movie games, and I think it's why they do that.
Yeah.
They do a lot of
No.
games that
That's smart.
But that one Minnesota.
Versus Minnesota, and like there was a whole section of just people from Minnesota just like going nuts.
Wow.
Like what the heck? Yeah. Oh man, so we're gonna step away from music for a little bit. Let's Pop's DJing.
Can he leave the room?
Horrible.
I didn't know it, but he was planting seeds of music. We're just gonna skip past that. Recorded whenever I wanted to, finally get into playing music. I remember he would burn me CDs all the time because he would give me these CDs and I would just like leave them in my, I have this crazy like JVC like 10 disc like stereo system in my room and songs on this one.
Yeah, they were like essentials, but of like everything.
Yeah.
So I had from like important hip hop to classic rock to R&B, and I figured if I just kind of by the right sound, it wouldn't be something super commercial or generic. He's to like know the roots of what he likes. And I remember I used to play like Led Zeppelin for them all the time, Beatles, tons of classic rock, but then I would play like, as a trip because as they grew up, they liked everything. When I was growing up, I was just like, oh man, it's all hip hop, that's it, I don't listen to nothing.
Yeah.
And I would fight with my older brother because he was all about rock. And I'm like, music sucks.
Yeah.
And that was wrong for me because I was into this and I was so just like pigeonholed. I mean, I could be an encyclopedia for you about, let's say, hip hop and R&B, but that's all I already had, and maybe Beatles. So I didn't want them to be that way.
We'll talk about the Beatles in a bit.
They had music around all the time. So if I wasn't around them, here's some CDs. Pick what you like. I wanted them to know this is where it came from.
See, that's awesome. That's amazing. Because here's my thing, right? Or here's my take on it. Because when I was growing up, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Frank Sinatra, Blood, Sweat and Tears.
All right.
And then obviously, like I was listening to old school, super old school J stuff like that, right? And I think what, and what I've been noticing is that like if I get into what are your top 5 R&B albums of all time, right?
Wow.
That's a big,
Right.
So I saw this guy and he was like, oh man, Usher Confessions, that was my top #1 R&B album of all time. It's like, yo, songs in the key of life, right? Like I'm naming off all these things, and obviously this is stuff that even before my time, right?
Right.
So he's like, his answer was, oh, sorry man, I'm young. That's not like, just appreciate music for like how good it is. Not, it doesn't matter how old you are. Music is music, right?
And what they don't of just amazing music.
Yeah.
There was no filler. There was a story. Every song was something good, and it wasn't
like a bunch of
whatever.
fillers.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And now, these people buy the album, they listen to like 2 songs, and it's like, this is the greatest album of all time. They don't get it. They don't understand that all these albums were concept albums, 2-3 years to make. Don't get it.
Yeah. And then you hear about artists that are like, yo man, we knocked out this album in 1 day. Each song had 1 take, and that was it. We were done. Like
so much effort into it.
Hey.
You had like some kind of low rod or high rod,
Yeah.
and you need the engine rebuilt. They told you we can have it done for you in a day, you're gonna worry about how that car runs.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Keep my car for a few months and
Yeah.
let that thing run clean. Same thing goes for music. You did
Around back in the day, that used to be, like, if you were a good producer and you had a talented artist, you should be able to write, record, teach to the artist and get that album done. Boom, boom,
But that's
go.
prep. That is responsibility. That's prep work. When you walk through the door, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's business. You know what I mean?
Jack White does that too now, actually, with his artists. He'll just like, I feel like part of it is cool, but at the same time, it's like there's so much more you can do. People are
Right.
gonna buy it, but he'll have the artists come in. There, guys.
Sometimes like that garage sound though. But then again, people like that, they surround themselves with different. I get that, but I don't know. I think if I want to hear one of my favorite artists, I don't mind that you're putting in time. I don't mind waiting.
It's not a competition about who can do it faster.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
people always think. It's like, don't care how long it took for him to make that. That is a masterpiece.
Dude, and like what? How much time did he have between Voodoo and that? Like 12 years, 13 years?
My whole life.
Years.
So you know what I mean? It's,
Album, and people are just waiting
Yep.
and waiting and waiting.
Yep.
It's a lot of pressure, but so much time has passed in the build-up and the fan base. It's genius.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy's amazing.
That's why I mean again, like it goes back to appreciating. If you know it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah,
So,
these kids used to see me DJ in the house all the time. I used to always practice, and there was music playing, and they went with me to buy records. I remember I used to go to Stop, and the owner Lance, rest in peace. He knew them as a little kid.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? And they'd go with me. Like, great to be able to do that.
Yeah.
To sit back and see. I mean, they teach me stuff. There's
Yeah.
music that I've never heard of. They go, listen to this, listen to this.
just being a family and being able to influence and also receive, music.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. That's huge.
There's so much more talented than I ever was. I mean, he the guitars, he could play the drums, they play the keyboards, they make their own music, they're singing, they're rapping, and they went so much farther than I even could have imagined. It's crazy to watch that. And I love the fact that they're way more talented than me. I love sitting back.
Yeah.
That's me on stage.
Created by Dad Association.
There you go.
But I definitely let people know that's
my boy.
That's my boy. I did that. That was good.
I don't know. It's totally different, but like Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan has 2 sons. None of them really made it, but like, man, I'm sure part of them was like, dude, I wish you were just like.
Good morning.
Man.
Look at you, Benny.
I wasn't that good.
But yeah, I totally get it.
Thank you.
I tried. I'm still trying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's switch it up here. Let's talk about. We've been kind of. What was that? Was that like a GQ interview or something like that?
Yeah, he's on.
Was it GQ?
I saw him on Howard Stern too.
Exactly like they were talking about.
I saw it on TMZ and I was like, what? Why is Paul McCartney on TMZ?
Yeah. Okay. So like, if you guys didn't know, Paul McCartney did an interview. How old were they when all this stuff happened?
18-ish.
18, 19, 20?
Yeah, see, I was doing stupid stuff like around that age too. I mean, not stupid. I mean,
Hey,
it was cool. But so they were talking there, right?
No,
So,
and he said they did this at least twice that he remembers.
Oh, that he remember. Okay, so
So
Ray's looking at us like, what's going on? Like, and then it'll be Paul, Ringo.
I don't know if you can hear the sound.
I guess it was Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and 3 of John Lennon's friends.
And then like,
He's pretty edgy for this new project, though.
you think?
He's trying to be.
How can it be relatable?
And one of his singles was called, literally, it's called "Fuck You."
Wow.
F you. I just wanna fuck you. Like this, and he says that fuck. He doesn't say the actual word. That way you play it on the radio.
Yeah.
Sir Paul McCartney.
Wow.
United man.
Gasp.
Wow, the queen is rolling in her grave right now. She's still no longer sir.
United.
I'm just gonna have to stab you with a sword.
Oh no.
I guess that song makes sense going back when he was only 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
A taste of what?
Yeah.
I mean, just
That was
being
a
like back in
horrible
like
segue.
yeah, the wording was horrible. But you know what I mean? Like, man, I can do some edgy stuff.
People responded well. I remember seeing people on Twitter like, yo, I don't know who this Paul McCartney
I
is.
know, this English dude. But if you think about it, this guy's been, you know, with the drug scene and Ellis.
Oh yeah, he's been.
Plus a genius, so he's not really as like. So it makes sense, and he's trying to stay relevant, and he's like what 70 something,
105.
as old as Beatles.
Old as dust.
Old as
Ringo Starr's gonna come out the side and be like that dude from.
Oh my god.
Ringo Starr is
Lil Ringo.
Lil Ringo.
The Ringo's gonna have face tattoos and a grill.
Man. Yeah, that's,
76.
wow.
76?
I'm about to, get into this broad real quick. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
You think
I
so?
mean, he was in all kinds of partying. I mean, he had been arrested for astroturf use.
Oh, yeah.
Years of being like worshipped as a
Yeah.
rock legend, and women just throwing it out there at him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And they're still probably doing it, you know? So yeah, I
I
can see
mean-
at 50, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was Paul McCartney.
I'm
I'm just gonna lay down.
You know?
just gonna, okay. Well, yeah. Turn on the TV though. Turn on the TV. You guys can do all the work.
Did you remember I'm a Beatle?
And,
Just look around, just posters of him.
I know.
Life.
it's crazy. It's
Inspiration.
like, no, I don't remember you.
I know Kanye, that's all that matters. That's all I need to know.
He's been around in every era too, and worked with different pop
Yeah,
stars.
He has. He stays relevant, yeah.
He's always tried to. I went through his discography recently, and he'll work with a different. He's a great artist and songwriter. It's just crazy to see someone who has this crazy classic rock feel with music who changed the world. Beatles, surprisingly.
It's a good name for a place.
Like, fuck him long as not. With GQ, I was like, wow. What other stories did he have? He had some crazy ones too. Oh, John Lennon. Okay, so John Lennon. So then, the husband was okay with her sleeping with him, and he was and the husband was watching, and this was back in the 60s, 70s. So back then that was super
And this and
I know.
that. Wife swap with the Beatles.
It's the newest season of Wife Swap with the Beatles. I can't, man, it's just the rock star life. Welcome to the rock star life, by the way.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, so, anyways, that's just interesting. But, yeah, you want to get back to some music? Hold on, let's see what time it is. It's 5:30. Okay, so yeah, we got some time, so let's get back to some music.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Off again?
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. So here comes a shot from a trooper to my big balls. Say no A-ball, straight no A-ball. Rugged Puerto Rican straight taking out steps. Treating shorty mommies a strip gangster bed. Hitting 94 just in case you didn't know. Blowing up spots, making out spin block. Flips in the air, for that. Techniques that popped up, rainbow gets popped up. That's the big definition, mixed up. Why you wanna step to me, chico? You know what? I'm getting stayed up, and this beat is going up. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto
It's on life support, and I'ma pull the plug and have every drug showing that we got drug in their blood. No escaping this. Going over their Vegas, to be taping this.
must be just that shit. Get mad money off the books this year. It's off the hook this year. Get mad money off the books this year. Ain't nothing but crooks in here. Get mad money off the books this year. I stand before the prize to stop this. Sap sound reverses pasta news. Known for all my lyrical complexities, but not for all the De La joints I produce. Survive many moons of sunlight reflected. There's nothing wrong with one being a doorman to the building, but how about one of the floor plans so the children can have a place to play and open the box for mine and plaques for a day.
We put it down like that. We put it down like that. Let's get it. Seems we the most slept on. The motherfuckers no limit masterpiece song. Beat the other day, we running rings like a tree trunk. Add up all the years, I'm the OG of the G-Funk. See my position was to kill 'em with resistance, and I like to your existence. Through my life form, I was born gifted. I ran a long distance to bring it to your system. Every season's for the wisdom. Try to bring the wisdom. Represent change, how you diss them. Ain't a hella kind of spirit, it's the methods you can foundation builders. With a sound so fat, my 96 raps, I can bring that back. This is hacks, going full fast, get relaxed. See my past is a fantastic path, you can ask. We put it down like that. I gotta get it sound like that. For the friends and they keep it right back.
People think this is easy as it look. It's easy as it look.
Hands in the air. Get your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air. Say something, say something. Say something. MCs and beat blockers. You can see my black thought like Greek trotters. Deep, go ahead and sleep. They know in the street. Quad gon' flow on the beat. Proper composing, complete opera. Walking it on. You convince me. I hit targets. A top shot is out in the mid-east like Muslims taking shahada. I'm saying making the profit a product of Reaganomics. Awaken them, staying conscious to radio playing garbage. Blacksmith music if you don't pay. And I'm a but they ain't got skills. I'm the type of get the bullet in your grill. Number 2, pencil is sharp in the bruise. Mental Zan beating in my chest is the heart of a true gentleman. Still spit right in your face. Top bait, back up. Give me my space and not safe. You back. Matter of fact, apologize.
Say something. Choking you out till you can't suck in the news. Look at the tattoos. You ran through like you was famous in Sassoon. Pour a chicken the best somebody passed through. Gene and Quad, the last 2 action heroes. Actually have the capacity. Confrontation. You can ask me to have any conversation. You talk shit. Blacksmith, Gene, I'm waiting. When I pull up for you, triggers, you can right out the club like Michael Richards. Yeah, I admit it, I'm guilty. The way I spit it is filthy. I keep it gritty so they get it. They cute it, disputed it, being the suffering while these dudes get confused and abused. Creative substance, giving you a contact. How my name wasn't in the game with nothing. Stop running, force it now. Yeah, blacksmith is not the fuck. Yeah.
You wanna make me flippin', then I only couldn't save you. Why don't you behave your little mud rat? Take a little tip from the tabloid, because I know I'm not paranoid. When I say I think they try to mock me, I suppose that everything's cool since the style of apparel you adopted. You used to make fun of, but now you wanna rock it. So you gotta keep it with the homies. But you and them are like, Mr. You thought you could manipulate, you thought you could fool me. Ooh, Mr. Dabalina, teach wisdom, put me on a stump and then he's certain. Don't you agree? The little two-timer resembles at your mama. With jeans and a dirty white hood. Seems like you wouldn't be a snake, or would it? Disguises come in all sizes and shapes. Notice the out of time before the DDL to see through the math. Must really hurt your knees. You need to take heed, quit being such a goofy. The DDL is not down with any clouds of justice, so I don't suggest that you it's all in the mind and the heart, so you should start by remembering you gotta pay a fee,
To miss a feeling happy. Let's make something happen. Word to fight, we're gonna bring it to the level. Responding to the ready crowds roar, and promoters trying to hit us with the audible.
Jackson's on the campus, longer rather leave us to the graves. Water poison deli small. Glass unblackening. Cause happening off the Mars, got the space vessels overflowing. What you think they want us there? All us not going.
Reputation ain't going. Reference stereo. Waiting for promote the show. Optimistic, real brother, real real. Hope you know space program. What's up, kid? Yeah, the space program.
Five more minutes.
So I headed downstairs for the first class. But when I opened the door, what did I see? The back part. So I put all the beers heading out the door. That's a picture of myself. He ran back through the shop, busted down the door, and all I saw was pizza galore. So I stuffed my face, thinking, look, I was headed upstairs. And I had the worst case of NPFC. But listen to the story because it's kind of strange. When I had this sort of hunger pain, I wanted a drink. I big restaurant side called Burger King. So I went and shot. I said, I'm gonna pay for number. I'm the king of the slot. Because you're fair.
That's right, y'all. We are back. We are back in the back. Once again, on radio, JQ, DJ Miss, Danny G, Yo Jack, something. I totally forgot.
Sorry about that last mix.
What are you talking about, man? That was dope.
That last mix sloppy.
Shouldn't have said anything. Nobody would.
I know. Nobody would have noticed. You came in there with that Tears for Fears, and I was like, yeah, stand down.
You're doing great.
I'm keeping it real.
True. The Bevo's still running, but you know what? If you look at my phone over there, it's frozen. So the audio's still going. It's stuck on that. See that screen right there?
How about not making a weird face?
I know.
I'm like doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Coming in and blessing us with the new tracks, and we're looking forward, dude. We're looking forward to the whole album. Well, when do you think the you said third album, right?
Third album.
When do you think that's going to be dropping?
For this tour, which is like usually what we do.
Oh yeah.
So
How many tracks are you looking at on the album?
I think right now we're at like 12.
Oh, that's nice.
I just recorded that dubs
Mastered, all that good stuff.
and all that good stuff. Got to go through and be like, you know what, you sounded like you had a cold when you recorded this verse. We're gonna do it
We're gonna
again.
do it again, yeah.
I thought I could sing and I couldn't, so we're gonna need to take it through. Two Dragons on Instagram, TOO Dragons, or if you just Google Double Dragon, or on YouTube or Facebook, DUBL Dragon. Synchronized harmony, father-son combo. But yeah,
Periods.
Double Dragon, Two Dragons,
I'm looking forward to it. Bandcamp, Spotify.
iTunes, all the stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to explain the whole Spotify thing to my co-host earlier. He was like, "Nope, I just download the music."
I freaking love Spotify.
Oh, me too, man.
Greatest thing.
As a consumer, like, you know, like I said, I'll be at work and a client will be like, you know, you should check out this album, and I'm like, yeah, word, cool. got
Yeah,
it.
it's right here.
Sick,
There it
I'll
is.
try it later, and then I'll
Oh, I know. That's a great thing about nowadays, technology and all that. Maybe a little bit longer than that. What would we have to do? Go to the store.
Go to the
Pick
store.
up a CD, you know?
Yeah, or they gave you a dubbed like 40 times cassette tape that sounded like it was underwater.
But anyways, I think that is it for our show. No, we got like 5 minutes left. What am I talking about? I should have just looked at my phone. Like, kept on talking. See now my freaking phone's frozen. Yeah, so I'm mad at that at all. So anyways, where's the next tour? Where's your next tour?
Where?
Yeah.
So pretty much, I know we're going to like Colorado, Mexico again, Colorado, Utah, and then back to California.
Quick little 2-week trip everywhere.
I know.
Occasionally we would do one where we would do, actually the tour we did with Pauly Ryan, we did about like, you know, so it started off, we played a show, and the show's done, and you drive until that person is tired, and then while that person is driving, someone's asleep.
Yeah.
We toured an RV, so
Yeah.
it's like kind of luxurious. It's like a minute, and we swap, and then someone else drives. So we have like morning drivers, nighttime drivers. I'm usually a morning driver because I drink at my shows, and I can't drive after that. Stop moving, and then
Yeah, I know that struggle.
it's pretty
I know
disorienting.
that struggle. So, no, that's cool. You guys have any groupies yet? Like,
Weird experiences. There was this time when we were in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're playing the show, and you know, I have my sampler, I play my sampler, and you know, normally what we do to get the crowd, all I guess people, that's the spot where everyone pulls out the phones,
yeah.
and this woman sits right in front of me, like right in front of me, and she's just like putting her hands like on the machine, like I'm mid routine, mind you, and she's like, "You're so good." My people are with me on tour, and they're just kind of like, "Nice," and I'm just like,
Good, man.
"Help, please, God." And she's just like, "You're so good." Like I love. She's like watching your hands do that. Like it's so.
All while you're
so
performing live.
I'm like
and
in the
everything.
middle of our set, you know. You want me to go with you for the rest of the tour? And I was just like, no, sorry about that. I'm really sorry. She's very nice though. I was like, you can buy our CD, and she's like, yeah, but I could just also just go with you. And I was like, or
Mac Daddy.
none of that stuff.
That's that reminds me of a story about one of our guys. His name is DJ De Niro. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
I'm not.
Start that?
What's his face?
Deftal out.
I know.
No.
DJ Thor. Dropping the hammer.
Dropping the hammer.
I totally forgot one. That was a good one. We gotta remember that one. Only worthy can hold this hammer.
That's how it goes, man.
That was terrific. Wow.
Tracks with Double Dragon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me be here.
Hey, you can come back anytime, man. You are more than welcome.
We'll hit you up when we're here. Thanks, actually. Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks for having him on, man. I appreciate
And
it.
you too, DJ Mist.
Hey.
Hey, that's it for our show, guys. Thanks for tuning in at DeftalRadio.com. I'm Man JQ. DJ De Niro is over there in the booth, and we are out. Peace.
Shout out to Andrew Mack.
Andrew, shout out Andrew.
Oh, he took it off.
It's like that. I want to talk to